Welcome, Walnut. I'm Lara, but you can call me Laz, your host for Walnut Wednesday. This is your reminder to be brave, be yourself, and know that you can make the world a better place just by what you decide today. Here, I'm going to share my weekly walnuttings with you on a Wednesday. Good morning, Walnut. It is me, Laz, here for another episode of Walnut Wednesday. If you are watching this episode, I am snuggled up in bed using my grainy laptop. I haven't set up the nice camera. I managed to grab the microphone so you can hear me over Kevin snoring because he's over here on the bed with me. But Walnut, I thought I would just quickly share my walnutting this week, which is I'm sick. I'm sick and I called in sick. And I just wanted to sort of talk through that a little bit. As I am, well, I've got a sec. I'm gonna sneeze. Apologies. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna try and edit that out. Should I start this episode again? Apologies. Had to have a sneeze break. Walnut, my walnutting this week. And this one is always a doozy and always difficult. I've called in sick, and today is my second day in a row calling in sick. And I just feel bad about it. And I know that this is a walnut thing, and I know that we talk about it all the time, and I know when we are the other person, we're like, go, it's only work, it's not worth it, take the sick day. But when you're in this spot, I always feel bad. I always feel guilty and I always feel bad. So I just wanted to share this as a walnutting that I have done it again for a second day in a row. So story time, I'm in a new project at work, so stuff is all new, and I'm helping out with someone else who's on leave, with doing minutes for meetings and things like that. So I've got this real sense of, being new and helping a new manager and then helping other people. I feel like I'm letting people down because I know how busy it is at the moment. But that's the thing, Walnut, work is always gonna be busy, right? And yeah, in my condition as well, it is no joke. I know, I have been told by, lots of people, and especially my midwife, that when you're not well, it's worse because all of my immunity and everything is going towards my little vampire. So I was like, yeah, okay, okay. But this is so weird. I yesterday I felt the onsets of a cold, a bit of a spicy throat, a little bit of a cough developing, but nothing really. Like I would normally probably still go to work. Um, but I woke up in the morning and I just started crying. I just started crying, Walnut, because I was like, I'm pushing through. I am doing the thing where I'm trying to get ready for work and I'm pushing through, and in my condition it is just not worth it. Um so, and a new development, Walnut, is I cry when I'm overtired now. Like, just things will just make me cry more than normal condition crying. Um, and so I checked my meetings and I was like, look, I don't have anything on today that's worth pushing through for. So I'm gonna call in sick. And I did. And it was for today that I have a couple of important things that I would want to be at and that I had every intention to be at today. Um, but again, I've just woken up feeling the same, and it's really hard to describe because it's not, yeah, it's like the onsets of getting a cold. So on a normal time, if I didn't have this condition, I probably would just go to work, but it's this effort of energy that's being everything is feels just really, really hard. And so it's making sense to me that all of my energy sources and immunicalness is going to the vampire. So much so that I am feeling, tired from something that normally I would just be able to sort of smash out. And yeah, so I've just called in sick again for this day and felt really guilty for it, especially because this is the day that I wanted to sort of like push through for. And um I was like, at least I'll just work from home. But I woke up again with that feeling of like I'm pushing it. And now in my condition, being forced to actually put myself first and really take a word out of my own book. Like, it's not worth it. Work is work. Work will always be there. Um, it's been a little bit difficult, like of how I would talk to a friend and talking that way to myself. Um, it's been difficult, but I am proud that I have done it, and I'm taking another day to rest. Yesterday I had two naps, two lemon honey gingers, and was in bed the whole time, and I'm going to try and do that again today, with the added. Just quickly wanted to talk to you about it what in fresh real time as well, Walnut. But yeah, my walnutting this week is I called in sick and I feel bad about it, but I did it anyway. This weird recovering people pleaser thing that we have, Walnut, where it's just so hard to call in sick. It's so hard to feel like you're letting people down at work. I don't know. It's so hard, like, I feel like I'm being naughty. I feel like I'm being, people will think of me in a certain way, or, and I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about, Walnut. So, yeah, just wanted to share this week. I've called in sick. Um, I need to rest. It's also very strange to call in sick when, um, like, well, I was gonna say physically, physically, I've got the onsets of getting sick symptoms, and I did everything in my power yesterday. I had all my witchy remedies. I did all the things. I had lots of naps. I drank so much water. I had all the lemon honey ginger, despite it giving me terrible acid reflux. Oh God. But normally that would kind of cure it. And normally I was saying to people like, yeah, I'll be if I'm not in the actual office tomorrow, I'll be online. Like I've done all of the tips and tricks that usually like keep a sickness at bay. But if anything, I just still feel the same. And it's just hard to get my head around something where, yeah, physically I feel like kind of all right, but also at the same time physically I'm not. I'm exhausted. Oh, it was exhausting just going downstairs to make myself a tea this morning and standing there. Okay, Geordie came down. I was like sat on the couch like a big starfish, like just from maybe 10 minutes of making toast and a cup of tea, cup of lemon honey ginger tea. So it's yeah, weird to get my little head around walnut, but my walnutting this week, and may it help you if you're ever in this situation. Let me know if you've done it before. But yeah, same old story, right? I called in sick. I feel bad about it, but I'm proud of myself that I did it anyway. And that's just another little micro walnutting on the journey of being a walnut. And it sounds so plain and simple and boring to have an episode just about calling in sick for work, but as we know, there's so many threads and ties that come into it, in our walnut journey and our recovering people pleaser dim and our worthiness and all of those strange competitions that we write that don't actually exist, like who works the longest hours and this like prove it mentality that we've been kind of like ingrained into us. So on that, my mind has now officially gone blank. So have a happy Walnut Wednesday. I'm making faces because I've got acid reflux again, so I've got to go sleep this off. Um, but have a happy Walnut Wednesday, and just remember, if you're feeling unwell, that's what sick days are for. Is it worth it? And are you getting that I'm pushing through feeling? And chances are, if you have that I'm just pushing through feeling, it's probably not going to be worth it anyway. And your brain's not going to work, your body's not going to work, and you're going to maybe potentially it's just not a good idea. All right. Have we got a deal? Make a promise to me, Walnut, that the next time you feel the push through, that you just like have that little calculation within yourself and listen to your body, listen to your mind, listen to your soul. You got this. All right. Happy Walnut Wednesday, reporting from bed, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.